All right, here is part 2, or the bottom half of our week 3 daily language review. So for numbers 1 and 2, the directions are simply write the sentences correctly, just like we've been doing. So number 1 says, Mara, you need to write a thank you note to her aunt, my mom reminded me. So first off, like we always check for, it is capitalized at the beginning of the sentence. It's also her name, so another reason why it should be capitalized. And then at the end, you need punctuation, which this one did have. Now, if you didn't notice, or hopefully you did, someone is speaking, right? The mother is saying this to her daughter. Her daughter's name is Mara. So they did have beginning quotation marks, but they had them ending at the very end of the sentence, which is not correct because her mother is not saying, my mom reminded me. She's only saying to this point, right? So they need to go here. So you should have Mara, comma, you need to write a thank you note to her aunt, comma, end quotation marks, my mom reminded me. Okay. Number 2 says, I'm trying, but it's hard to think with all that noise next door, I told her. Okay, so you have capitalizations in the right spot. It ends with punctuation. And I'll tell you for this one, the quotation marks are in the correct spots. So it should be, I'm trying, comma, but it's, it apostrophe s, hard to think with all that noise next door, comma, quotation marks, I told her, period. Sorry about my cat. You should know by now that it's just bound to happen. Number 3, the directions say, use context clues to figure out the meaning of the bold word. Write the meaning on the line. So just like the one we did up in the top section. Number 3, the party next door was a big distraction as I tried to write the note. So the word we're trying to figure out the meaning of is the word distraction. You'll see that's bolded here. And hopefully you've heard of this word before. The root word of it is distract. I'm sure you've heard that word, right? We all have distractions in our lives, whether it be at school, at home, could be some siblings, could be some students in the classroom, right? Could just be noise outside. So in this context, distraction could mean disturb, bother, interrupt, and then here's our word agitate again. Remember, it was up here. I find it very funny that they used it again on the very same sheet. Okay. Number 4 is the directions are combine the sentences to make one sentence. So this one I did not get as tripped up on as the one at the top of the sheet. So the sentences they gave us are, it reminded me that I can wear the blouse to Sandra's party tomorrow. I told my aunt. So I think for this one, it made the most sense to also flip the order of the sentences, and then you'll see how I combine it when I read it to you. So I changed it to, I told my aunt that it reminded me that I can wear the blouse to Sandra's party tomorrow. So you could have had something slightly different. As long as it makes sense, that is fine. So that's all I have for you today. I'll see you next time.